Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am sharing with you all my December beauty favorites. I think this video is going live January 1st. If so, Happy New Year. I hope you guys are recovering if you partied really hard, or just having a very lovely start to your year. Typically what I like to do January 1st is go for a hike or a walk with my dog and my boyfriend. I did want to share with you all my December beauty favorites. I don't typically do a December beauty favorites since this video would typically follow my best of, but I actually tested and loved quite a few different products that I wanted to share with you all before we dip into new products for the new year. Let's start with the Dr. Loretta Resurfacing Enzyme Polish with Niacinamide. Now, this packaging is very, very nice. This smooths the skin. It softens the appearance of makeup as well after using. I did not find this to be irritating at all or drying, and I would actually recommend this to sensitive skin because it has loads of physical exfoliants, but it is not abrasive. So I do find the texture to be suited for all skin types. If you have acne prone skin, I would recommend that you either avoid certain areas where you are experiencing said breakouts. That way you do not spread bacteria as you are kind of polishing off debris. So that is what I have to say about physical exfoliants. I have been using this 2 to 3 times a week. I know here it says here that you should use this 2 to 4 times a week, but typically my max is 3 with physical exfoliants, and minimum for me is 1 time a week, but I have been using this at least 2 to 3 times a week. I do like to use this during the morning part of my routine and not in the evening. I do like to work this over the skin in circular motions. My cheeks tend to be a little sensitive to physical exfoliants, but I found that because this was so gentle, I could still kind of work it over the cheek area without breaking out in a rash or having irritated skin. I did actually have my boyfriend try this on Christmas Eve, and his skin looked so good after use. He typically has lots of congestion, dull, dry skin, but after using this, his skin looked so smooth, so radiant. His skin also appeared less congested, as it really did help to kind of polish off any dead cellular debris that he had over his skin. If you are looking for a new physical exfoliant, I would highly recommend this. I will link this down below. I think I do have a discount code with Dr. Loretta, which is immediately applied to you once you click the link below. And I am still loving the Dr. Loretta SPF, along with the Sheer Mineral Sunscreen SPF by Good Molecules. I have about this much left. This is a minimal white cast sunscreen lotion with UVA UVB protection, formulated for all skin types. If you are on a budget and are looking for a minimal white cast sunscreen, look no further. I did kind of put this through the test during the month of December. So I wore it over Topsy Firma, the stickiest vitamin C serum in my collection. I wore it over top that, and once I applied this sunscreen, my skin was no longer sticky. And then I would also wear this to dog walks. Skin felt balanced, it felt protected, and once I reapplied, it did not pill. I also wore it over my Merit Great Skin serum. I will also link that review up above in case you are looking for a hydrating kind of biphase serum. So I applied this sunscreen over top the Merit serum. Worked beautifully, and I feel like that has really been my go-to for dog walks. I mean, the air currently is kind of raining, but the air is dry unless it's raining. I do love a heater, a good heater moment. I love to keep warm, keep cozy. Heat zaps moisture from the skin, so I have been enjoying the Merit serum and this for my dog walks. I would definitely recommend this if you are on a budget and are looking for a cast-free sunscreen. The texture here, it is described as a lotion. However, it is not as runny as the Summer Fridays SPF, but it is still lightweight and it spreads so easily and effortlessly over the skin. Next up, I do have some makeup products to share with you all. Now, in my collection, I do have the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation in my Summer Bronzed shade. It is now December, so I tried to place an order for my kind of for my winter shade on the Sephora website, and it was sold out. So I had to mix the Haus Labs foundation with the Revlon Color Stay 24-hour long-wear makeup foundation for combo oily skin. Now, the undertones I wouldn't say are the same between both of those because the Haus Labs foundation is more of kind of like a neutral, and this tends to lean a little kind of peachy to me. But it worked beautifully. It was like a full coverage moment. And then I ran out of my LYS concealer, and I didn't want to place two orders. I do want to try to minimize my carbon footprint here. So I started using the Revlon Color Stay Skin Awaken Caffeine and Vitamin C 24-hour 5-in-1 concealer. So I used both of these for, I want to say, 2 to 3 weeks in the month of December. The foundation I of course would still mix with the Haus Labs just to kind of add a little bit of warmth to it. I would add probably like a drop, but both of those mixed together worked really nicely. Once my tan was fully gone, I would just use this on its own, and it worked out nicely, especially when I would set it with the Professional Super Setting Spray by Benefit. It is still my setting spray of choice, and I don't think I'm ever going to look elsewhere. And I did have some creasing with this concealer, but to be honest, I feel like the lines underneath my eyes are getting much more pronounced, so I feel like I still have creasing with the LYS concealer anyway. And the coverage here is definitely quite high, but these performed very well. This is, I would say, more of a matte finish, which is not my favorite, but mixing it with the Haus Labs foundation gave it a little bit more of kind of like a natural, almost natural finish. If you want to try a long wearing drugstore foundation and do kind of like a matte finish, give these a go. Would recommend, especially for everyday wear when you don't want to wear your pricier things. I did at the end of, I think I want to say a couple days before Christmas, I did pick up the, finally, I saw that my Sephora nearby had the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation in my kind of more, non-tan shade. I picked up the shade 260 Light Medium Cool. And I feel like it works compared to the Kosas shade. I feel like this one definitely leans a little bit cooler, but it still works. That is the foundation I am wearing today. And under the foundation, I am wearing the Sheer Mineral Sunscreen SPF by Good Molecules. So if you like what, you know, you're seeing, that's kind of like what I have going on today. My favorite method of application with this is still the Morphe brush, which I think Morphe is going out of business, if I'm correct. I could be wrong. I don't use a full pump of this. I do feel like I can get away with perhaps half a pump. I like to just apply it over the skin with my finger, and then I will kind of go in and kind of spread the product throughout the skin with the Morphe brush. I feel like this is, like I mentioned in my best of makeup, I will link that up above in case you missed it. This is such a beautiful product. It definitely has more coverage than what I am used to. I am digging it. I do have quite a few breakouts here, which this is covering so nicely. Different methods of application. I can use this with a beauty sponge to shear it out, but I do prefer the brush. And this was not going to be in this video because I feel like I have talked about this enough. I just wanted to let you know that I picked up my winter shade because I love this so much. I'm also very curious about the Makeup by Mario foundation. Not that I need any more foundations in my collection. I have enough. But very curious. If you've tried it, let me know in the comment. Now on to blush. I am wearing a shade that would normally not work on my skin during summer months. This is the Benefit Shelly. This is a warm seashell pink blush, and this is what the packaging looks like. When I initially did my swatches for the Benefit blush swatch videos, I noted that this felt as it would be too light for me at the moment. I will link the swatch video up above in case you are curious about the Benefit blushes, which have been my favorite since I got the package here. That is a big swatch here. So that is what that looks like, and it is a beautiful shade that if I look at it, I think this is not going to work for me, but it really does, and it's a lovely blush. I feel like if you are looking to kind of copy the cold girl aesthetic or the cold girl look, it works really nicely. Another shade that I have been loving to do that cold girl look is the shade Krista by Benefit. This is a strawberry pink blush. Both of these have a soft shimmer finish. Let me show you Krista here. Very, very beautiful. And she is bright. Look at that color. This is definitely very, very rosy, very bright. So this, I feel like I just need a soft wash of color and it still works. Very kind of cold girl aesthetic friendly. For body, I do have the Osea, I think that's how you say it, Undaria Algae Body Oil. I have been loving this clearly. I meant to mention this in my November beauty favorites video. This has been so good. It's kind of softened my body and it has kept it from being and feeling so dry during the winter months. I read somewhere that you are supposed to apply body oils on wet skin, and I feel like that has definitely helped with how much softer and smoother and hydrated and moisturized my body has felt this winter. Just notice that the blush here has some shimmer. The shade Shelly doesn't have much of a shimmer. This has like more of a bit of a finely milled glittery finish, which I still do not mind. I actually enjoy. Now this is a very different kind of favorite. These are the Dashing Diva Glazed Donut Semi-Cured Gel Nail Strips. The first set I tried was the shade Chocolate Glaze, just because I thought that this shade would be more appropriate for my skin tone. And this literally lasted on my nails for about 3 full weeks. The shade that I am wearing now is still the Glaze Donut, but this is the shade Jelly Glaze, and I will show you my nails. Now, I would not consider myself a Hailey Bieber fan or stan. Not in my age group, of course, but I wanted to give these a go. I don't typically gravitate towards like metallic or shimmery nails, but I think that this works very, very nicely, especially for the holidays, perhaps when you don't want to wear like the typical red nail. And I feel like this is going to, you know, transition or take me into the new year effortlessly. I did enjoy this. Do enjoy the look. I don't know if you can see the difference, but on top we have the chocolate glaze, and on bottom we have the jelly glaze. It's definitely a little bit darker, and it does have a bit of an ombre finish. I feel like overall I enjoyed the chocolate glaze a little bit better because it was more of a neutral, and I am in my neutral phase of life. I would actually repurchase this. I have been using Dashing Diva for, I want to say, well over a year now. I have not used traditional gel or nail polish on my nails, and typically gel works the best because I have such brittle nails anyway, and this just kind of strengthens my nails and keeps them from breaking. Let me know if you are interested in seeing like my top 10 Dashing Diva nail stickers type video. I know it would be very, very different for me and my channel, but let me know if you are interested in something like that. So I think that's all I have for my December beauty favorites. I hope you are having a lovely start to your year, and I would like to know what your favorite products of December were in the comments down below. Let me know. Let's discuss in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Now for under the niacinamide serum,